Hello, Amitabh. Meta Love here. I just wanted to make a quick little video for you about mindfulness and becoming and the importance of staying within our own awareness while we're in the presence of others, especially our family members, especially our close friends. So there's something I've noticed, and I want to talk about something about my father. My father passed last October. And so my father just dropped out of our lives when we were about 17 years old. He just disappeared and stopped calling us. And that was really hard for me. And I'm sure for my brother and sister as well. I made many attempts to, well, not many, but I made several attempts to try to reconnect with him over the years, and he just wouldn't call back. He's an alcoholic, and so I always thought, you're just a douchebag, and you're, no kind of father, and you're a coward, and you won't call your family. Or you're just drunk, I don't know. And when he passed, I've been meditating a lot for a number of years now, and you start to gain different perspectives about reality and why people might do things. And as I've started to notice how I react and how I behave and how I speak and act in front of various people in my life, I notice that my personality is not really set. It's not like there's this Amitabha and he's like this all the time with everybody. It's like when I'm with my brother, I act like I act with my brother. When I'm with Mama Bama, I act like I am with Mama Bama. In fact, she's probably the only one I feel like I'm really authentic with all the time, and I really appreciate that about her presence. And or with my buddy Ray, I act a certain way and I talk in a certain way with my buddy Ray, and it's like I don't want to be different, but it just automatically, or with my buddies from the band I used to play with. So I just act and speak in a different way, and it's like I start catching myself, and it's like, man, I really wish I hadn't said that. And so I find that it's not so much that they're influencing me, but that they may be actually creating me. So a lot of people talk about you create your reality with your thoughts. Now, this is another aspect of it. I think that we all create each other. So if I'm with my brother, for example, and I'm not saying anything bad about my brother, I love my brother, but I will tell you, we talked about it actually, briefly. I didn't really get into it, but he said, I just swore. And I was like, he said, I don't normally swear. And I said, you know what, me neither. But when I get around you, I'm swearing like crazy, and I don't want to. So this is one of the things, and this is why with Mama Bama, I get to be more authentic, because I tell her all these things. That's not how I want to be. That's not how I think. And I apologize, and I do this regularly with her, and I correct how I see myself and how I really feel and think with her all the time. So I did this with my brother. I said, yeah, man, I don't want to do that. It's really weird. And I get around my buddy Ray, and we start talking, and I love my buddy Ray, but I swear some more, and I've recently just started trying to kind of explain to him how I want to be, so that I can be who I want to be with him, so that this mutual creation doesn't have such an effect on me. So this is my theory. my theory is that we create each other. So if I'm with you and I have a history with you, that I'm actually creating who you are when you're with me as a projection of who I think you are, and you're getting sucked into that reality if your mindfulness is not strong enough. So I've found this again and again and again with myself, and with others. I've seen how others change in the presence of other people. So I think it's very important to really try to remain firm in your mindfulness and really avoid speaking quickly, acting quickly. So getting back to my dad, the thing that I believe right now, I could be wrong, but this is it's a theory, and I could be right or wrong. So he left us for a long period of time, and even in the end, I mean, I still made contact with him. I was the one that made the contact, but he was an alcoholic. He was an abuser. He beat my mother and strangled her and my sister, and threatened everybody in my family. And that, I don't think this is who he is. It's just his conditioning. He was beaten by his father quite badly all through his youth, and his father was an alcoholic, so he just copied what he knew. And he wasn't all bad, though. Let's be honest. That's for sure. So if you're listening, Dad, I love you. But I think it's possible. Maybe it wasn't that so much he was a coward. Maybe it wasn't so much that he didn't want to talk to us, but maybe in some intuitive way, he knew that if he was around us, our projection of who we think he is, these wounded selves we were projecting, you don't call me, you're an alcoholic, you're an abusive person, you're angry. Maybe if he had gotten close with us, he wouldn't have been able to reform himself as much. And my stepmom, she swears he's like the nicest guy, and I'm like, wow, that's not the dad I knew. So it was like when she would talk to us about him, I think like it doesn't sound like him at all. Like he held us captive from my whole mom's side of the family. We weren't allowed to see them for years, and I didn't know that's what was happening. But my mom told me years later that's what, we weren't allowed. We didn't see them for like 3 years, I think she said. So, and I mean, it's just crazy, some of the things that happen. But I think it's really important. Anyways, I'm sort of like dwelling on this, but so here's my online therapy. So I just think it's really important because I do see this pattern in myself that when I get around this group of friends or this person, I act the way I act in front of them habitually. And I think there could be habits, there could be brain habits, there could be the mind and brain being triggered to react in certain ways and act in certain ways and speak in certain ways. But I think there could also be this interrelational becoming, so the Buddha talked about becoming and how contact is the first step in becoming. So there's contact. So if I have contact with you, then I'm going to have a feeling, and I'm going to have a feeling inside my body and mind. And then with that feeling, there's a craving or aversion, or a neutral feeling. There's always one of those three. And then, I could cling to that feeling and then, I become into this fictional fictitious self, this personality that keeps creating itself that's not really real, because I can be whoever I want at any moment, right? But because essentially I'm brand new every moment. I'm not who I was in the past. I'm not how I acted in the past. That's gone. That's completely gone. I have a brand new brain every moment. I have a brand new body every moment. Everything's just completely regenerating, and so I should get to choose how I am, right? But it seems that when we have contact with people that we had a previous way we acted in front, habitual way we acted in front of them, it's like that contact triggers those old feelings, triggers those old cravings, triggers that clinging, and triggers that becoming. And then if we're not careful, if we don't interrupt that process, we just keep becoming who they believe we are, because that whole process of becoming hasn't been seen. And also, I think there could be an energetic component as well, where we're actually projecting an image, an energetic image onto our friends and family, and saying, this is who you are. And it's such a strong image, especially if there's more than one person projecting that image and they've had the similar experience with you. That image is so strong that you have to have incredible mindfulness, incredible mindfulness, and incredible mental restraint to not, fit into that mold and snap into that reality. So this is why meditation practice and really mindfulness, watching the mind, I think is very, very important, so that we can interrupt those patterns and become authentic again, so that we can be the same in front of everybody, so that we can be detached from who we think we are even. Because how do we know who we think we are is who we actually are if we're constantly becoming due to contact with everybody's projections? So it's really interesting, something to think about. Just wanted to share this idea with you and hopefully inspire you to start a meditation and practice if you haven't already. And if you have, maybe get more serious about it. Maybe really try to integrate your meditation practice into your daily life with mindfulness by focusing on your breath, so that you can, what focusing on the breath does all day long is it allows you to see when you're not focusing on the breath. So you focus on the breath and the mind's gone, it's in some story, and you realize, I didn't choose to go there, it just happened. So that can't be who I am. So this awareness of the breath, at least the awareness is closer to who I am. So at least I can keep this authentic awareness here, and then at least then I can see when the mind is going off into projections and proliferations. So I'll put a couple of links. I always like to share links below my videos with some monks, just for further kind of discovery into the Buddhist teaching. I also have a Facebook page now called True Dhamma, the Buddha's Teachings for Inner Peace. I'll put a link to that below, so join it if you want. I'm sharing some suttas so that you can actually learn what the Buddha really taught, because there's not very many quotes of the Buddha online that are actually legitimate. Most of them are fake. And then subscribe to the channel if you like this video. I have a whole bunch of other videos about meditation. My whole long journey for the last 2013, so we're going on 5 years I've been making videos. No, wait, that's not right. It's only 2 years I've been making videos, is that right? Anyways, I've made over 200 videos, so there's a lot of content on my channel, and don't be fooled to think that what my video I made a year and a half ago is what I believe now. So, but it's an interesting journey. A lot of people join my channel and they say, I watched all your videos, and And you can see a real transformation in my belief systems and in my practice, and probably in how I am altogether, in the way I speak, in the way I present myself, in the way the energy I give off. I love you. I just wanted to share these thoughts with you, these ideas with you, these reflections, something to consider. And I hope your meditation practice is fruitful. I hope you're consistent with it. And share anything in the comments if you have any similar experiences with sort of mutual becoming with your friends and family, and if you find that you have a hard time maintaining who you are in the presence of others. So thank you so much. And then also, allow others the benefit of the doubt, and say, what, maybe I'm creating an image for them, and I'm making it hard for them to be authentic. So allow others the opportunity to be free from your own projections as well. Thank you so much. I love you, and have a wonderful day.